One such euphemism found throughout the Bible is to know, as in person XX knew person XY. We see this in passages like Genesis 4:1. Now the man knew his wife Eve, and she conceived and bore Cain. It is hard to imagine conception and the subsequent birth of a child without intercourse, and this is putting aside the notion of the virgin birth in Matthew and Luke. In fact, Cain's name derives from the Hebrew kana, which means to create, and the story is used to demonstrate the creative wonder in the first conception and birth of a child. This example provides a rather compelling case that to know meant to have sexual relations with someone. This euphemism also appears in Numbers 31:17, when Moses commands the Israelites who are on a conquest to settle the Transjordan to kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman who has known a man by sleeping with him. This is another transparent example of what to know means. In black and white, it states that to know someone is to sleep with them. A similar usage of to know is found in Judges 21:12, which refers to 400 young virgins among the Jabesh Gilead who had never known a man by lying with him. In the book of Amos, chapter 3, verses 1 through 2, Amos writes, "Hear you this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O people of Israel, against the whole family that I brought up out of the land of Egypt. You only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities." Later translators of Amos might not have highlighted the sexual implications of this passage, but the wording does suggest a special relationship, an intimate connection Amos had not only with Israel, but also with Israel's God Yahweh. Two other euphemisms for sex are to go into and to come into. Deuteronomy chapter 21 verses 10 through 14 describes the legal obligations one has when taking a woman captive during a war. In this situation, the author writes, after a month of allowing her to mourn the loss of her family, either through her family's death or her captivity, the captor shall go into her and be her husband, and she shall be your wife. This sexual instruction, while reading as permission to rape, is meant to mark the consummation of a marriage. This passage is a continuation from Deuteronomy chapter 20 verses 15 through 18 and applied to the Canaanites as they often became, like any war captives, concubines for the Israelites. This law in ancient warfare did not just apply to women. A to come into variation is found in Joshua 2 verses 1 through 3 when Joshua sends 2 spies to Jericho. So they went and entered the house of a prostitute whose name was Rahab, and spent the night there. Bring out the men who have come to you, who entered your house. While not explicit, this passage has a sexual undertone. Adding to this undertone is the fact the spies are sent from the land of Shittim, where the Israelites had sex with the women of Moab in Numbers 25:1. The author of Joshua appears to focus on the Israelites finding success or showing their superiority through sexual conquests.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.